Welcome back to the Purposeful and Profitable podcast. I'm your host, Yvonne A. Jones, relationship building strategist and personal business coach. This is the place where heart meets strategy and where clarity, connection, and courage guide everything we do. This is episode 5, and today we are talking about the quiet force that makes a stranger stop scrolling and start listening. That quiet force is trust. Our topic for today is trust online, the invisible currency that turns strangers into superfans. And who doesn't want superfans? Now, did you know that 87% of shoppers say they would be willing to pay more when they trust a brand? That statistic reminds us that trust is the currency that never loses value. But why does trust matter so much now? Well, Stephen Covey calls trust the glue of life. And online, that glue can feel thin. Ads vanish, promises are not kept, and people get tired of disappointment. And according to some really great research, 71% of buyers say that trust alone decides whether they click, buy, or walk away. Now, for a small business owner, every little digital moment that feels human, such as the quick reply in a DM, the clear tracking email, the short note that says, I have you covered, these are the things that build trust. So let's stop for a moment and think about what are the 3 pillars of digital trust that we can use to lay a solid foundation. The first one is competence. It's simple. Do what you say you would do. If you promise a delivery for Tuesday, make Tuesday happen or make it arrive or even earlier. Sometimes the little things are what matter. For example, a short got it, working on it now email lowers worry. The second point is character. Your character is influenced by the values that you demonstrate. And so, even when those values will cost you, you're going to fix it. You're going to make things right. So if something breaks, if a file breaks, say so, fix it, and if necessary, refund. People will remember how you handle the hard days, the challenging tasks. That's evidence of your character, and they will love you for it. They'll remain loyal to you. You show up as someone who is just human like them, but you're willing to accept responsibility when things go wrong. The third point is, or the third foundation is, show the human being behind the logo. A lot of times we hide behind our computers, we hide behind our logo. Nobody sees our face. They don't know who we are. Do something as simple as maybe like a quick live video, a behind the scenes photo, or a voice note in an email that tell people there's a real person who cares. These 3 things, competence, character, and connection, these 3 together help to keep you steady, and they help to build trust. So what are some simple ways to speed up trust? I encourage you to pick one of these and practice it for 30 days. If it's not something you're doing regularly right now, there's no judgment here. Number 1 could be like, show your proof. In other words, pair every claim that you make with a customer quote or a screenshot. It may be like showing your numbers. On your website, post your delivery times, your refund rates, your uptime on your site, little things like that. Something that any one of us can do is to share your why, a short why we exist or why we do what we do page in your bio draws in the right people, because you're speaking to them and you could be answering the needs they have. And you're showing you're authentic, you're transparent about why you're online, why you're doing what you do. Studies show that a promise kept again and again builds loyalty, and this loyalty compounds over time. Now, when we look ahead of what's going on in the world today, what's going on in the world of business, we recognize that there are things like AI, there are privacy challenges and so forth that cause people a measure of distrust. But people will do business with you when they feel safe. So for you and me, we can do some simple things to eliminate distrust and make people feel more certain of why they're doing and how they're doing business with us. Like tell them exactly what you do with their data. A sentence on your website like we use your reading history to suggest topics and we will never sell your information. That gives them control. A simple thing like on an opt-in page, we let people know we will never spam them and we don't share their information with anyone else. When you change a policy, post a short note that explains why. You see, transparency breeds calm. It makes people feel comfortable and they're less agitated, they're less concerned because they trust you. So let's take a trust pulse check and try these 3 quick tests this week. Google your name in a private window. Go incognito and Google your name. Do the first results match who you say you are? Here's another thing. Read your last 5 emails. Were they helpful before they were promotional? The point is that you want to check, am I so caught up in my business that all I'm doing is promoting? Or are people seeing me as someone who has a desire to help them? We're in business, and our readers or listeners understand we're in business, and so for us to stay in business, we are going to have to sell something. But are we so concerned about the transaction that we're not building the relationship? And how the relationship comes in is when we provide value for our readers, for our listeners, for our network, and then we can promote something. So here's the last thing. That's another suggestion you could do. Say you had a customer recently that you completed a transaction with, you completed a business with, whether they're a coaching client, whether they purchased something from you, or whatever the case may be. It could be a simple thing. What pleasantly surprised you after working with me? And hear what they say. They could be telling you all the wonderful things, but listen for what they're not saying. And you could be doing everything right, and that's fine. But if there are ways and there are little things that you can do to make it even better, where people can trust you as a person they want to do business with, then how much better is that for you? This way, you're turning these strangers into super fans. So again, trust rests on competence, character, and connection. Keep those 3 in view so that, as I just said, strangers will become super fans. Now, I invite you to download your copy of 7 relationship-driven strategies to grow your business online. This guide is designed to help you build trust, connect authentically, and attract clients who love your work. You can claim this at YvonneA.Jones.com/7-relationship-driven-strategies. Says YvonneAJones.com/7 relationship-driven strategies with a hyphen between each. As you can go ahead and get that complimentary guide. So thank you for joining me today. If this episode resonated, please share it with a friend. And if you're ready to go deeper, visit YvonneAJones.com and 50 and wisercoaching.com for free tools and support. Until next time, keep showing up with heart and keep building relationships that matter. I am Yvonne A. Jones, and I appreciate you spending this time with me.